Okay.
Okay.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
we're gonna do a quick video. We're about to go to a Halloween party out at one of our churches, Generation Next. We're gonna be going as Dustin, Lucas, and
Michael.
But before that, we are going to do a quick video for John for our series Beauty for Ashes. I'm going to start out by reading John 3:17 through 19. That's what it is. Let me open up my Bible. How are you this week, man?
I'm very good, guys. And of course, you guys don't know what today is. Today is the day of the season 2 debut of Stranger Things.
Woo!
Yes.
Yeah.
And stop talking. Okay. Anyway, he's getting ready for the scripture.
Here it is.
Okay, you got
I'm going to read it. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. Whoever believes in him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe stands condemned already, because they have not believed in God's one and only Son. This is the verdict. Light has come into the world, but people loved darkness instead of light because their deeds were evil. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. I took notes on this with my SOAP. Scripture, observation, application, prayer.
Soap.
It is soap. I said soap.
Oh, I thought you said soup.
Let's eat some soup.
His hot bowl of Campbell soup. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
No, I kind of wanted to point out with this one. He says that people down here, we are of sinful nature, and it says. Start talking.
Okay, so he's still pulling up the scriptures. So, but anyway, guys, we just want to first and foremost just thank you guys so much for, like I said, continuing to check out our videos and everything like that.
Okay.
So, anyway, he has a scripture now.
It says, but people loved darkness instead of light because their deeds were evil. Now this, we as Christians are the light in the darkness that is the world. So people in the dark are not attracted to people in the light, because people in the light are different from people that are in the dark. And us as humans normally are drawn to not like change, to not be in uncomfortable situations. So if you're in the darkness, then it doesn't feel right to just step into the light, because that's a different feeling for you. It's a different emotion. So it says right here, but people loved darkness instead of light. So they love the darkness. So instead of boasting our lights in their faces, and instead of like pushing them, we need to lightly show our light and show them who God is through us.
And then to piggyback on what he said there, and this is a part that I'm receiving just from him speaking that, and this is something that I know that God is speaking to me even right now. Don't be scared to be different. And you got to let that light shine to where, you can't care about what other people think about how you live in your walk with Christ. And more often than not, I know that we live in a world right now where it just seems like our only option is to walk in darkness. And, what I mean by that is just to walk in, in this, same way that the world does, in sinful areas, and the way they talk, the way, they joke around, or whatever the kind of thing it is. A lot of times we feel like we have no choice in the matter, but apparently we need to learn how to let the light of God shine in our lives to where, people will see that light and they will become attracted to that. Now, another thing that he also said about how darkness can, just hating the light a lot, it hates the light, period. We have to understand that sometimes even the people that we are around, they see that light in us, but a lot of times they're going to treat us differently. Like they're going to have some type of dislike towards us. It's not because of who we are as a person, it's because it's the light that shines within us. And a lot of times we just have to understand that when we walk in this light of Christ, yes, we're going to have people that's going to be drawn to that light, and they're going to want to partake in that light that Jesus shines within us. And also at the same time, there's going to be a darkness that's going to be in them to where they're not going to want no longer be around that. So they're going to start treating you differently.
And I would also like to piggyback off of that now that we're saying piggyback, because I like that word now. It says right here, whoever believes in him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe stands condemned already. And it also says here, for God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. Now, God sent his Son, Jesus, down here. We as Christians are wanting and praying to be more like Jesus every day. That is our goal. Our goal is to push on and lead people to God. Now it does say here that he sent his Son not to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. We are not, God is going to judge people. We are not meant to judge anyone. We are not meant to condemn anyone.
Right.
God came, he sent his Son not to condemn, but to save the world through him. We're not supposed to condemn. We're supposed to lead people to God, who can show them and can convict what they're feeling and can convict the things they're doing, but not condemn them. He didn't send Jesus to condemn people, but to heal people, to see people set free. So I just would love to point that out right now, that whatever you're doing as a Christian, I would point out you are not meant to judge people around you. It's natural for us to judge other people just because they might be better than us, they might be different from us. But we are not meant to condemn them. We are meant to love them and push them towards the light. We are meant to show them where the light is, where the original love is. But we are not meant to condemn them or make them feel as if they are different.
Right. And then I love a thing that my old pastor used to say, and he'll be back. I love a thing that my old pastor used to say many years ago. He used to say that we're not called to see through people, but we're called to see people through. And we have to learn, guys, how to understand that the gifts that God gives us spiritually, and whenever it is that we may see the mess and the junk and the sin and the dirtiness that is around their lives, it's not for us to criticize, it's not for us to judge, it's not for us to look at them as to say, you know what, like, I'm living better and clean than you are, and Bryce is back. And we're not called to look at people as if like we're more superior or better, but we're supposed to look at each other like, hey, they were just involved in sin as we were. So therefore, as Bryce said, we need to love them through, pray them through, believe them through, no matter how deep they are in their mess. We just got to believe them all through. And personally, I've had a hard time with that, especially, people that I'm around. I've always looked at people with full judgment, but if you really have that heart and that desire to really, not only let your light shine, but to really see people come to Christ, then that's the type of thing that's going to take. We're going to have to show them love, like Bryce says, show them love, show them kindness, pray for them, not look at them any differently, but look at them as Christ looks at us every single day.
Sorry guys, brief intermission, batteries were dying.
We're back.
I'm just going to wrap it up. Main point of this video is that you guys understand that us as Christians, we are meant to be the light in the darkness, but we are not meant to condemn the people in the darkness, because that's not what we're meant to do as Christians. So I'm just going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have a beautiful week.
Alrighty, so we'll see you guys, and happy Halloween. We love you.
Bye.